Call it the slow coast because it forces you to slow down, to stop looking at screens, stop running so fast, just to listen to your own heartbeat and your own breathing and the sound of the water.
Walk down his property at the break of dawn as the sun is just beginning to awaken, and it's easy to see why Wallace J. Nichols chose this very spot to call home.
This canyon is just my happy place. Through everything, it's just where I go to feel better about the world and about life.
2 decades ago, Nichols, a marine biologist, was hiking down the California coast when he stumbled on this redwood canyon north of Santa Cruz, a magical forest straight out of a storybook, with a creek running from one end of the property all the way to the other. Within a year, he bought the land and started building his dream home.
It was stout. The beams were heavy. We built it out of recycled, reclaimed, old-growth wood. There were steel bolts holding things together and a lot of stone, big stone fireplace. Very simple design-wise, nothing fancy about it. When you walked in the door, you felt like, wow, this place is warm and inviting.
For the next 20 years, life here was idyllic.
It's been a wonderful place to raise a family and disconnect from technology and our busy lives, but reconnect to ourselves and to each other.
Then, on the night of August 16th, 2020, 11,000 bolts of lightning touched ground in Central California, sparking hundreds of wildfires. One of them tore through his canyon and headed straight for his home.
I just grabbed a few things and got in the Jeep and got the dog, and we got out of here.
The following day, all that was left was the chimney.
Nothing left. A pile of metal and rock.
Were you able to salvage anything at all?
We really just salvaged fragments of things. A teacup, a couple pieces of silverware. I still find fragments of the kids' pottery just sort of in the soil when I'm out here. But there was nothing of use at all. It was just, everything was destroyed.
It took him a whole year to remove the debris, but when it came time to rebuild, Nichols just couldn't.
The last thing I want to do is put my heart into another house and have that destroyed. I don't think I could handle that.
Instead, he took a different path and figured out a way to coexist with the growing unpredictability of Mother Nature.
What feels right is something that I can move, and that's just lighter on the earth and consciously more temporary. So I can just clear out of here, and it will be a meadow by the creek, not that far from the ocean, where the redwoods rule.
His solution, a luxury camping experience that allows him to continue to share his slice of paradise with family and friends. More importantly, one that can be quickly packed up and moved out of harm's way.
This is a jupe. They are modular, mobile, movable, temporary tents, basically. And we decided that this is the direction we're going to go for now on the property because we don't know what the weather's going to do or what the canyon's going to bring.
But perhaps the biggest benefit was this.
It's not a big area to hang out in, so they basically kick you out the door in the morning to go explore nature.
What he realized is that while he still misses that dream house, these ancient trees are his home. Which is why these days, he's focused on helping them heal.
Periodically, maybe every month, we climb these redwoods and just kind of trim some of the dead branches that didn't survive the fire.
2 years later, his redwoods are coming back to life stronger than ever. In fact, if you want to see their miraculous recovery, Nichols says, all you have to do is tilt your head up.
It's gorgeous when you get up here and experience these trees in a way that I've never known them after living with these trees for so long.
Perhaps no other place embodies that resilience more than this hidden gem. A speakeasy inside of a 1,000-year-old burnt-out tree trunk, where the only thing on the menu is a smoky tequila-like spirit called mezcal.
Part of the ritual at the Slow Coast now is to taste the smoky fire of the mezcal and then chase it with a little bit of the redwood growth tip.
In every nook and cranny, there's a bottle of mezcal, and just above the charred remains, new sprouts of redwoods are rising high above.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Salud.
Ironically, after the fire, Nichols thought he wasn't able to save anything. Turns out, he was able to salvage the most important thing.
These redwoods have seen it all. You know, some of them are 1,000 years old, and they've seen so much and been through so much, and yet here they stand, and they just keep coming back. And they're just the best teacher of resilience that you could ask for.